Hi, I'm Tauni at Yoga 413. Welcome to your yoga class. Today we're going to be doing a full body yoga flow. Props are not necessary, but if you regularly practice with a yoga block or a blanket, I encourage you to grab those now. And most importantly, I just want to encourage you today to honor your time on the mat and honor your bodies. Just taking this time to do something great for you. So we're going to begin in a comfortable seated position. So get whatever it is you need and join me on the mat. So I invite you to sit up tall, gently close those eyes. Begin to connect to your breath, lengthening both the inhale and the exhale. Making the choice today to let go of any negativity that might be around you or within you. Making that choice to stay mentally on your mat. Setting a personal intention for your practice today. Any intention is welcome. Opening the eyes, reach the arms up over the head, and begin to twist over that right side, gazing over the right shoulder. Sitting up tall and twisting deeper. Reaching the arms back up with the inhale. Exhale to the other side. Reaching the arms back up. Just take that right hand down and lengthen through the left side of the body, keeping the sits bones connected to the mat. Reaching back up with the inhale, exhaling to that other side. Rising up to come onto all fours into a tabletop position. The neutral spine, belly lifted. Notice your hands, spreading the fingers. As you inhale, open up the chest and lift the tailbone for cat pose. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin towards chest. Again, inhale and exhale. As we flow, notice the weight in your fingers, especially the thumb and the index finger. Pressing into the mat. Finding a neutral spine and extending the right leg back. Keeping that leg extended, open the chest, turn your gaze up. As you exhale, round, draw the knee to the chest. Again, inhale, extending the leg, opening the heart. Exhale, rounding. One more time, inhaling and exhale. Extending that leg straight out behind you, coming into supported half moon or supported side plank. Option to reach for the foot and press the foot into the hand, creating that bow shape, knowing you can always stay with leg extended. Reaching and coming out of the pose back to tabletop. Left leg lifts behind you. Open your heart, gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, chin towards chest. Inhale, length. Exhale in. Last time. Keeping the leg extended, rotate over to your side, supported side plank or supported half moon. Staying or reaching hand to foot, actively pressing the foot into the hand. Extending the arm and the leg and coming back into tabletop. We're going to walk our feet back and lift the hips into our first down dog. Pedaling out the feet, releasing any tension here from the neck, the shoulders. and then work your way into downward facing dog. You're always invited to keep those knees slightly bent if that feels better for you. Let's walk our feet forward to our hands, coming into forward fold. Again, I'm going to keep my knees pretty bent here in this first one. Shake out anything you need to let go of and roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Stepping to the top of your mat, sweeping the arms up, inhale. As you exhale, swan dive forward into your fold. Gaze forward. Let's take it into that half lift, hands to shins for support, and fold. Stepping back to plank pose, dropping the knees to the mat, slowly lower down all the way. Let's come into a baby cobra, just lifting the chest up, saying hello to those back muscles, then tucking the toes, pressing up and back for downward facing dog. Pressing weight into the entire hand. Feeling strong in your arms as the biceps spiral forward and triceps behind you. Stepping to the top of your mat, lengthen the spine, and exhale into your fold, Uttasana. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, coming up. Just taking your hands to your sides for mountain pose, Tadasana. One more time, inhale, sweep up. Swan dive, fold forward. Half lift, lengthen the spine, and fold. Stepping back to plank pose. Shifting forward, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Remember, you're always welcome to lower to the mat and give me that baby cobra instead. Honoring your time on the mat and honoring what your body needs today. Stepping to the top of your mat, lengthen and fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, reaching up. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Dropping your hips into chair pose. This is called Utkatasana in Sanskrit. Usually don't teach a lot in Sanskrit, but I will just salt and pepper it in on occasion. Now reach those arms up and fold forward. Lift into your half lift. Step back to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Stepping your right foot forward, spiral that back heel to the ground, rising up for warrior one. Open to warrior two. You're probably going to have to adjust that back foot open a little more. Reverse warrior, reach back, lengthen through that right side body. And then circle the hands to the mat and step back to plank pose. Lifting into down dog. Stepping the left foot forward, the right heel drops to the mat. Find warrior one. Keeping that back leg strong, rolling to the outer edge of that back foot. Open to warrior two. Reverse warrior as you lengthen back, lightly touching the back leg. And then circling back to the mat, stepping back to down dog, or some of you might be choosing to flow through the half series. Look forward and step to the top of your mat and fold. Dropping our hips into chair pose, reaching the arms up. Mountain pose, Tadasana. One more time through, sitting back into chair. forward fold. Half lift, step back to chaturanga. Upward facing dog, down dog. Stepping your right foot forward, warrior one. Open to warrior two. Reverse warrior, reach back. Circle to the mat, stepping back to down dog or flowing through the half series. Slowly finding every pose. Stepping the left foot forward as the right heel finds the mat, warrior one. Open to warrior two. Reverse warrior, reach back. Circling to the mat, choosing to hold or to flow. Let's take several breaths in downward facing dog. Coming into one leg dog by lifting the right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Let's pause here in this high plank, lifting the knee, lifting the foot closer to the glute. Then stepping the foot forward, rising up into warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse warrior, reach back. Begin to rise and straighten the forward leg, lengthening forward into triangle pose, Trikonasana. It's a wonderful place to keep your hand on a block, if that's better for you. Maintaining alignment over the forward leg. Reaching up for reverse triangle, keeping those legs straight. Coming into warrior two. Adding on, let's just lengthen forward and come into angle pose. Taking the hand down if you wish, or keeping that elbow bent above the knee. Rise up for reverse triangle again, stretching it out. Circling to the mat, stepping back to down dog. You're welcome to flow there if you wish. Lifting the left leg up. Exhale forward to that high plank. So pausing, ignite those core muscles. Lift the knee up, lift the foot closer to the glute. Then step that foot between the hands, back heel down, warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Warrior two. Reverse warrior, reach back. Straightening that forward leg as you lengthen forward, coming into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Begin to lift for reverse triangle. Warrior two, rebending that leg just for a moment, then coming into our angle pose, turning our gaze up towards the hand. Coming into reverse triangle, reach it up, circling to the mat, stepping back to down dog. Begin to lift the right leg up. We're going to bend the knee this time. Relaxing into the left heel. Start to circle the foot of that right foot. Then extending the leg behind you. Come forward, high plank, lift, lift, lift. Step that foot forward. Warrior one. Open to warrior two. This time we're going to go right into side angle pose. Again, so maybe the second time here, we might find a little bit deeper space. Transitioning to balancing half moon, taking the gaze down, right hand out in front of you, lifting that back leg up, balancing half moon. So just like in the warm-up, you're welcome to stay or add that bow by bending the knee, placing the hand in the foot, and lengthening. Begin to extend if you're not already there. Then take the hand down, then drop the left foot down by the right, coming into a fold. Bend and drop into your chair pose. Sink deeper. Feel your strength. Rise up, breathe. Swan dive, fold forward. Half lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Shake out any tension. You are strong. You are capable. Lifting that left leg up, bending that knee. Relax that right heel. Little circles with the foot. Extending the leg up. Squeeze as you transition through that high plank, warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse. Coming into your angle pose. Turning your gaze down and out in front of you, taking the left hand to the mat, right leg lifts, balancing half moon. Stay or add the bow pose, sometimes called sugar cane. Extending if you're not already there, take that hand down, right foot down by left, forward fold. Sitting back into chair pose. You're doing great. Let's balance a little bit more. So from chair, begin to rise and pull the left knee to the chest. Opening that foot to the side. Let's come into tree pose today. Keeping your hands at prayer position at your heart or up wherever you need them. Releasing back into chair, all 10 toes are forward. As you rise, the right knee pulls to the chest, up tall. Opening, placing that foot on the inner thigh, coming into tree pose. Now please know your options might be below the knee, or maybe you have a kickstand on the floor. That's fine. Find balance. Find strength. Dropping right back into chair pose. Sink maybe a little deeper, and then rise up. Exhale and fold. Half lift. Step back to chaturanga. You're welcome to always, go to down dog. Breathing here. Lifting that right leg up. Bend that knee, pause, open the hip. Extending and stepping that foot forward. Let's stay right here in this low lunge. Be sure your knee is over the ankle. Start to turn those toes to the inner corner of the mat. You're going to come into a lateral lunge or skandasana. And let's just take it forward and back. Take your time. Coming into that forward position near the front of your mat, into the pose. You're welcome to bring the hands up to the heart or keep them connected to the mat. Taking the hands to the mat, begin to walk back into that lunge. Back heel lifted. Adding a twist, taking that right arm up. So this is another great place for a block. If your hand cannot connect to the mat comfortably, you can place it on a block. Let's take the hand down to the inside of the foot and heel toe a little wider as we drop the back knee and prepare to come into lizard pose. Walking those hands forward. Some of you might be coming down, forearms to the mat or onto a block. Maintaining those long, deep breaths, letting go of where you're holding on. Begin to lift that back knee, step back. You're going to come onto forearm plank, or sometimes called dolphin plank. Careful here that we don't hold our breaths. And if you need support, both knees come down. Walk the feet forward, coming into dolphin pose. So that down dog shape, but from the forearms. Now press into down dog. Lifting the left leg up. Bend that knee. Then extend the leg back up. Coming back forward, finding your low lunge. Begin to turn the toes in, coming into this lateral lunge, into Skandasana, and start to walk side to side. Using your hands for support. And then coming into that left leg to the front of your mat and holding the pose. Taking your hands up to prayer, keep them on the mat, or you can even add some extensions. A lot of variation here. And taking the hands down, pivoting back to that low lunge. Taking that left arm up for your twist. Back leg, keep pressing through that heel. You're doing beautifully. The hand's going to come down on the inside of that foot, heel toe if you need more space. Drop that knee, coming into lizard pose. So if this is intense enough, you can stay up. If not, walk the hands out forward or onto those forearms. Begin to lift that back knee, step back to your forearm plank. Walking the feet forward, dolphin pose, any amount here. Pressing up to down dog. Moving into pigeon pose, bringing the right knee in, out to the side, and lowering down. So open the chest, and then when you're ready, walk the hands out into pigeon. Walking the hands back in. We're just going to swing that back foot around, placing that foot on the outside of that bottom knee. Take that arm up, sit up tall, then bring that elbow to the outside of that knee and twist. Coming out of the pose, bringing the feet back, step back to downward facing dog. On the left side, bringing the left knee in and out. Coming into your pigeon pose. Level the hips and then begin to walk it out any amount. So a place for a block might be under the hip. And if this is uncomfortable, you can do the same thing from your back, creating that same shape. Again, we always go back to honoring what our body needs today. Walking it back, swing that back leg around, taking that foot to the outside of the knee, extending the arm up, and twisting over that right side. Releasing the pose, extending the legs out in front of you. You can shake them out. We're going to keep the toes lifted, legs nice and firm. Reach it up. Exhale forward into your seated fold. Walking those hands back in, sitting it up. Let's find those sits bones. Lean back into boat pose, lifting the feet up off the floor or keeping those toes connected. Begin to roll down, hugging knees to chest. Lifting the feet above the knees, happy baby pose. Peace fingers around the big toe, thumbs on top, gently pull down, ankles over knees. Trying to connect the spine all the way down to the tailbone into the mat. Bringing the bottoms of the feet together, lowering down into reclining butterfly. Hands on your midsection, closing your eyes. Just observing the flow of the breath through the belly, rising and falling. Extending the legs out, arms to your sides with the palms up. Soften into your mat, coming into Shavasana, final relaxation. A time where we just let go, remaining present on your mat. I'll be back with you in just a moment. Begin to awaken by moving the fingers and toes. Then bending the knees, rolling to your right side into that fetal position where we pause. My encouragement for you today is if negativity starts to sneak in, whether it's around you or those negative thoughts that might come up within you, let them go and replace them with something positive, because you are strong, you are beautiful, and you are capable. Begin to help yourself up to have a seat on your mat. You did amazing, and you are amazing. Don't ever, ever forget that. Bringing your hands to your heart into this prayer, from my heart to yours, namaste. Have a blessed day, and thank you so much for joining me for class. If you loved it, share it. Thank you so much. Have a great day.